This is a presentation of the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Any other use of this telecast or any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the Oklahoma Sports Network's consent is prohibited. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be used without express written consent.
Hello and welcome, everybody. It's the most wonderful time of the year. The high school basketball playoffs have arrived, and we've got 5A regional action tonight from John Smith Fieldhouse on the Oklahoma Sports Network. On the girls' side, 5A Girls West Regional, the Guthrie Blue Jays, the Dell City Eagles. Tonight, this is an elimination game. Winner moves on to the regional final on Saturday afternoon. The loser's season will come to an end this evening. Josh Calloy on hand here in Dell City. Blake Unruh rolling on the camera for me tonight. We're a bit of a skeleton crew. We got high school playoff games all over the state of Oklahoma and all over the Oklahoma Sports Network. We've got you absolutely covered these next few days, and we'll talk more about that throughout the evening. But we've got one here tonight at John Smith Fieldhouse, the Eagles and the Blue Jays. Dell City, the number 2 team in their district. Guthrie, 7th place in theirs, so they line up, they match up here in this first round. And like I said up the top, this is an elimination game. If you win this one, you automatically punch your ticket to next week. There is no risk of being knocked out on Saturday, but obviously you win that, you're in much better shape. Most people understand that, the path at this point, but we'll get more into that obviously on Saturday. But as for tonight, it's win or go home for both of these teams. You play all season, you battle, you play in tournaments, you at practice. It all leads to this, and that's what we have here tonight as Guthrie matches up with Dell City on the girls' side. Boys regional action will be tomorrow. We'll have the games here at John Smith Fieldhouse as the boys on Dell City, also a host this year. And then the 2 regional finals, if all goes to plan, Saturday afternoon, 3:30, Saturday night at 7. We will have those regional finals as well live here on the Oklahoma Sports Network. That'll be yours truly with you every step of the way. Blake will also be with me. We'll loop John Adams in, and Deanna Amade will join me on the broadcast on Saturday for the regional finals. So we've got a lot of hoops coming your way here from Dell City over the next few days. As for this game, we have coming up in just a couple of minutes. Dell City 20-5, a phenomenal season under Coach Mariah White. Guthrie, bit of a tough year, but not as, sometimes these early hosts versus, the 2-7 or 1-8 matchups, you can see some teams with some really tough-looking records. Guthrie 7-15, 3 wins in district. They got some wins under their belt, so we'll see what kind of fight they can put up tonight against Dell City and try to spring a big upset here on the road in this regional opener. Mid-Dell playoff basketball is presented by Whataburger on Douglas. Whataburger's new Whata deal has big flavor for a small price, like the Big Ranch Wrap, Premium Whata Chicken Bites, or Bacon Cheese Whataburger Jr. Try one today at Whataburger, our banner sponsor for Mid-Dell playoff basketball this year in 2026 on the Oklahoma Sports Network. All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have starting lineups, and we'll have the basketball. Dell City, Guthrie, 5A Girls West regional action on the other side of this break on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success, and finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed, because your success is our success.
CFD, our mission is to deliver quality dentistry by providing big practice benefits with a little practice feel. Since 2008, we've updated our look, technology, and have added new smiles to our tenured staff to better care for you right here at home. Convenience for you is one of our biggest goals, and we often provide same-day treatment to minimize your time off work. We are open Monday through Friday to serve you. Visit cfdok.com for details. We look forward to seeing you at our big little practice.
Celebrating 10 years. We are the Oklahoma Sports Network. Download our free apps on Apple and Android devices. Plus, find us on Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV. Search Oklahoma Sports Network and watch from anywhere.
All right, back here at John Smith Fieldhouse, Josh Calloway, national anthem rendition just finishing up there. We're ready to get this one going. The Del City Eagles and the Guthrie Blue Jays here tonight at John Smith Fieldhouse. Let's get to our starting lineup. Starting lineup for tonight's ball game presented by Precision Nutrition. For all your nutrition needs in one shake or tea, come to Precision Nutrition at 4603 Southeast 29th Street, number 105 in Del City. Order over the phone. Call them at 405-672-0999. Projected starters for tonight's ball game look like this. For Guthrie on the road, number 1, Tegan Dunning. Number 5 is Lillian Recklin. Number 13, Ariana Moore. Number 21, Emma Lynn Redmond. And number 23 is Addison Long. The Guthrie Lady Jays, as they're known, are coached by Josh Smith. Like we said, 7-15 on the season coming into play here tonight. As for the home team, Del City Eagles, number 3 is Sasha Hunt-Smith. Number 10, Jakaya McAllister. Number 11, Kamaya Morgan. Number 24 is Tori Moore. And then rounding out number 32, Sanaya Bonds. And, of course, the Eagles coached by the great Mariah White. Fantastic season, 20-5 coming into play tonight. And they believe this is going to be the beginning of a long postseason journey that they are hoping is going to end with a gold ball being raised at the brand new OG&E Coliseum here in a couple of weeks' time from today. So the postseason run, it all begins now. A lot of high-level hoops going to be played over the next few weeks, and that really kind of begins tonight here at John Smith Fieldhouse. We're excited for this one. Del City and Guthrie coming up in just moments here, and those starting lineups were presented by Precision Nutrition. We'll also make sure we thank our title sponsor for Mid-Del postseason basketball this year on the Oklahoma Sports Network, which is the Oklahoma High School Girls Between the Lines podcast. Join Coach Vic and Tony Johnson as they deliver thoughtful analysis, in-depth conversations, meaningful coverage of programs across the state. They help us bring you these postseason games throughout the postseason, and they'll be up in the top left corner throughout. And make sure to give them a listen. We'll touch on them a couple more times before night's end throughout the evening. So, Del City and Guthrie, we're just moments away. The winner of this game will get the winner of the next game on this floor, which is going to be El Reno and Duncan. That's set for approximately a 7:30 tip here at John Smith Fieldhouse. We will not have that game for you here on OSN. If all goes to plan, that'll be the one game of this regional that we will not have coverage of on OSN. We will have both games tomorrow on the boys' side, Del City and Guyman at 6 o'clock, and then Lawton Mac and Noble in the nightcap. And then, of course, the intention, the plan to have the two regional finals on Saturday, 3:30 on the girls' side, 7 o'clock at night on the boys' side. And Deanna Mate will join me for those two regional finals on Saturday. So a great few days of hoops, and we're very excited to be here to bring it to you on OSN. So we are just moments away from getting started. Appreciate everyone being tuned in wherever you're watching from on a very, very busy Thursday night across the great state of Oklahoma. Lots of playoff basketball just on OSN alone. We've got a lot of hosts this year. Newcastle hosting, Carl Albert hosting, Midwest City hosting. So we're all over the place. And we've got all four of those regionals on lock the next few days. Myself here in Del City. Of course, Jordan Ray out in his crew with Tracy Mussett in Midwest City. Kirk Norman, his crew at Carl Albert. And then the great Eric Sharam and his crew are out in Newcastle over the next couple of few days. So a lot of basketball and a lot of people help put these on. We're excited to bring these postseason games to you here on the Oklahoma Sports Network. So we're ready to go. It's going to be Bonds doing the tip for Del City and Lillian Recklin for the Guthrie Blue Jays. And away we go. Guthrie in the road black uniforms, white numbers on the front and back. Del City in the home whites with black numbers. And we have a very quick early foul here going to be put on the Eagles as Ja'Kiah McAllister a little too aggressive there. Picks up a quick one. Josh Calloway on hand. Blake Unruh working camera for us. Just the one game here for us tonight at John Smith Fieldhouse. But we'll get our fill the next couple of days and beyond. Obviously with area next weekend and state tournaments beyond that. State tournaments actually begin next week for the lower level classes, A and B. 2A and above will be the week after. So here we go. First possession for the Blue Jays. 3 ball on the left wing. Clackums. That's Chloe Sanders knocking down a triple. What a start for Guthrie here on the road. And how do you like this? A lightning quick timeout by Coach Mariah White. As quick of a timeout as you'll ever see. 21 seconds in, and Coach White not liking the way that started. A quick foul and then a lightning fast 3 and an immediate timeout. We'll stick here through. It gives me a chance to tell you about Scrambled, which is our first quarter sponsor tonight. Scrambled. Start this game the way you should start your day with Scrambled. For breakfast or brunch, try their chicken and pancakes or deep-fried French toast, 1742 Northeast 23rd Street, Suite A in Oklahoma City. Call them at 405-900-5972. So a very quick timeout, Coach Mariah White. The crazy thing about this postseason structure, I mentioned it, this is an elimination game. I mean, right out of the gates. So a little pressure on the home team, obviously, to get off to a good start. Don't flirt with disaster, and that's a good job by Sanaya Bond. Or excuse me, that's Tori Moore, 24. Getting the rebound there and sticking it back. And so the Eagles, the home squad, on the board for the first time, 3-2. Blue Jays able to get it across half court just in time, but it is a turnover as McAllister got her hand on it. Leads to a fast break. Up and under. Oh, my. Sasha Hunt-Smith. That was pretty. Taking a look at that on the Triple Elite screen printing instant replay. A little up and under move. That'll play. Quickly other way, another 3-ball for Guthrie as right down the floor and knocking that down. I believe that was Addison Long on the triple. And now a turnover going back over to Guthrie. Well, hey, the great equalizer. You're an underdog on the road. three-point shooting. And we're only a minute and 15 in, but knocked down 2 threes. You got to like that if you're Coach Josh Smith thinking, hey, maybe it's going to be a hot night from deep. That would help quite a bit trying to pull this upset on the road. Hunt Smith pokes the ball out of bounds. It'll stay with Guthrie. 2 early triples have got them a 2-point lead here on the road. Hunt Smith pokes out of bounds. It'll stay again with the Blue Jays. Inbound goes to Lillian Recklin. She loses the handle out of bounds. It'll stay down here. Del City doing a good job just kind of getting their hands on everything, but not able to capitalize and turn many of these into turnovers. Long has it. She loses the handle out of bounds. This one will be a turnover as the ball trickles out. And it'll go back over to Del City. It looked like her and Ariana Moore just kind of, I don't know if there was miscommunication there or what. They kind of ran into each other a little bit. McAllister back to the way for the Eagles. Had it poked away from behind. Bond's able to scoop it up. She'll go right to the rim and lay it home. Nicely done there by Sanaya Bond, scooping that up and finishing it. We're back even 6 apiece. Pass a little too tall for Recklin. Able to be saved for one out of bounds by Sanders, but threw it right to the Eagles. Leads to a fast break. Layup attempt for McAllister won't go. Morgan almost had an offensive rebound, but it was knocked out of bounds and will stay down here with the Eagles. 5:52 to play in this opening quarter. McAllister, right side, Sasha Hunt-Smith. You know she'll fire away from anywhere, and she does. Back iron. Rebound knocked loose. Sanders had it for a moment. Kamaya Morgan poked it out, but it will go back over to the Lady Jays. 2 teams did not meet in the regular season. Not uncommon, obviously different districts, but maybe you get a tournament matchup or something. Here's Sanders, gives it underneath on the elbow. Double team and a mishandle by Recklin leads to a turnover and a fast break for Sasha Hunt-Smith and the Eagles. Right to the rim, layup is good. Sasha Hunt-Smith, who's enjoyed a really good senior season. Obviously been such a huge part of this Eagle team and program for so long. Trying to go out on a high note with a deep postseason run. And she's making things happen here early. Walking into it. Oh, look at Hunt-Smith swatting that 3 ball out of bounds. You don't see Sasha Hunt-Smith block shots very often. Obviously, not the biggest player in the world, just 5'4", but look at her get over here and knock that one away. Stays with the Blue Jays. Turnaround shot for Recklin. That'll go. So Guthrie's first 2-point basket goes to Lillian Recklin, the senior, and we're back even 8 apiece. Turnaround shot for Sanaya Bonds. That'll go. Talking about players that had good senior seasons. That's another one. Sophomore season for Sanaya Bonds. I forget. It feels like she's been around a lot longer than she has. Tori Moore, a senior. And now Guthrie's going to take a timeout, not liking the way that possession was kind of developing, did Coach Smith. And he grabs an early timeout. Just 30 seconds. We'll stay here. 4:31 to play in the first. Josh Calloway here with you on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Appreciate everyone being tuned in wherever you're watching from. Feel free to reach out. Let us know where you're tuned in from, whether on the YouTube Live. I believe we're live on Facebook tonight as well. First night of the 5A postseason, which we will have a lot of over the next few weeks, obviously. Both tonight on the girls' side, a bunch of boys' games coming your way tomorrow, and hopefully a bunch of regional finals to have on Saturday. And we'll have area round action, of course, next week as teams start to punch their ticket to the state tournament, which will be at the brand new OG&E Coliseum this year. Very excited to get out there. Haven't been out there yet. Heard really good things about the new facilities. Obviously, the last ride at the Big House last year, historic Jim Norick Arena, came to an end. Had a great run, lots of great memories, but it was time for some new digs, and we'll get to have that this year. Very excited for that here in a couple of weeks at the 5A level. Like we said, state tournaments actually begin next week on the lower classes. Should be a lot of fun. Looking forward to that. So back to it. Guthrie into the ballgame for the first time. Number 33 is Alyssa Vega, a sophomore. She gives it up left side to Ariana Moore. Moore and Long kind of bump into each other there, but able to handle her dribble. Driving down, shot put up, won't go. And a rebound by Bond. She'll throw it ahead here to McAllister. Goes right by her defender and lays it home. Just blew right by Emma Lynn Redmond and laid it home. So Del City early on getting to the rim. And it's working out quite nicely as they have a 2-score lead for the first time. This might be over and back. It is. Thought maybe McAllister got a hand on it. That's certainly what the Guthrie folks who made the trip were hoping for there. First sub for Del City as Kamaya Morgan will take a quick seat. Raina Lewis will get some run here, a senior coming off the bench for the Eagles. Also going to get a look at Mackenzie Smithers, another senior who has a reserve role for Coach White. She replaces Tori Moore. Del City leading by 4. Here's Raina Lewis. Gives it up. Bonds, kick out, swing around. Good ball movement here from the Eagles. Look at this ball barely touching the floor. Now Bonds goes to work underneath. Can't finish it. Somehow saved that on the baseline. I don't know how she managed to pull that off. Buys him a second opportunity. And they'll slow it up and set something up. Raina Lewis. Sasha Hunt-Smith fires away from way deep. Clackums. That's what she'll do. Sasha Hunt-Smith, as everyone knows, can really shoot it. It's our first Bobby Lewis Insurance 3-ball of the night. Bobby Lewis Insurance, surprisingly great rates with 2 locations to serve you in Choctaw and Del City. Sasha Hunt-Smith has provided a lot of Bobby Lewis 3-balls over the years. Gets one there. Raina Lewis trying to add another. Too strong. Airballs it with too much power. Addison Long able to pull it in. And here's the key now for Guthrie. Road team trying to pull off an upset. You can't fall into a hole. Obviously down 7. You're in a little bit of the danger zone very early in the game. But 15, 20-point hole, that's what you have to find a way to avoid. Only down 7 right now, but important stretch to the end of this quarter for the Lady Jays. And that's not going to help as they got tied up there. The arrow favors Del City. Some more substitutions for the Eagles as we get a look at number 21, who I actually don't have a 21 on my roster, believe it or not. I'll have to update that when I can. Pass deflected. Hunt-Smith able to save it. For Guthrie, Tegan Dunning back in the game, the freshman number 1. Hunt-Smith feeds it off. McAllister able to bank it home. Nicely done by Jakaya McAllister. And Del City now on a 9-0 run, or excuse me, 11-0 run. Bad math. It was 8-6 Guthrie. Del City's now flipped that into a 9-point lead, 17-8. Dunning in the corner. She'll fire away. Oh, boy. That ball touched every part of the rim, but spins out. Eagles have it back under the way, leading by 9. Final 2 minutes of quarter number 1 in this 5A Girls West Regional. Winner to the regional final, Saturday afternoon, 3:30 against either El Reno or Duncan. Those 2 teams will play on this floor next here in Del City. Underneath, turnaround, that's a travel. Good defense there down low for the Blue Jays. Hunt-Smith will take a seat. Right back in comes Kamaya Morgan. Guthrie in a little bit of a dry spell here offensively. Been a few minutes without a bucket. Trying to change that here. Here's Chloe Sanders going to her left. Picks up her dribble. Got to find somewhere to go with it. Able to get rid of it to Recklin. Recklin left-hand pass across to Redmond, who can't finish. Rebound leads out to Raina Lewis, and she'll run. Raina Lewis thought about the mid-ranger, but said she'll give it up. Swing around. Kamaya Morgan for 3. Too strong. Rebound pinballs around and ends up being saved by the Eagles. Another second chance opportunity. They've been pretty good in the offensive glass so far. Oh, look at that finish by Jakaya McAllister through some traffic and able to put it home. So making a 13-0 run now for the Eagles, and a turnover for the Lady Jays as Redmond's pass was wide of Ariana Moore. And it's a turnover. Back in for Guthrie comes Vega, number 33. She'll replace Sanders. As we're into the final minute here of the first quarter. Good start for the Eagles on their home floor. 19-8 lead, 13-0 run they're currently on. Morgan, again, good ball movement here. Lewis fires away from the wing, too strong. Rebound, pulled in, put back, yeah. $13-point lead. It's a 15-0 run for Dell City. They lead at 21-8. Dunning, bad pass, intercepted by McAllister, all alone to the rim, and she'll lay it in with the left. It's a 17-0 run now for Dell City. They're pouring it on in this opening quarter. Final 10 seconds. Can Guthrie just get something here to feel a little good vibes? That's not going to help. Another turnover, 3 seconds. Morgan will lay it in at the buzzer, and that'll end the first quarter. Dell City closes the first frame on a 19-0 run, and they take a 25-8 lead with them at the end of one. We'll step aside, be back for quarter number 2. You're watching high school basketball on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success, and finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed, because your success is our success.
Back to John Smith Fieldhouse. Josh Calloway on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Appreciate everyone being tuned in wherever you are watching from. Great start for the home team as they have snagged a 25-8 lead here at home. It was a pretty good start for Guthrie. They came out and jumped on Dell City. A couple early threes, had an 8-6 lead, but obviously anyone could do the math from there. Not great for Guthrie here on the road. A 19-0 run for Dell City since Reckland hit that 2-point mid-range jumper to put them in the lead. And we start the second quarter with Dell City out to a big advantage, 25-8. Another turnover. This is what Dell City's been really good, playing really aggressive defense, leading to lots of fast breaks. Morgan not able to finish this one, though. Hunt Smith somehow saved that. Kick out, Raina Lewis swing across. Hunt Smith for three in the corner, too strong. Pulled in by Addison Long. Here's Vega on the elbow. She'll fire away. Bank shot. That'll go. Nicely done by Vega, banking that home. Ends an extended dry spell and puts a close to that 19-0 run for Dell City. Here's Morgan for three. That one air ball strong. I think the adrenaline might be pumping a little bit for Dell City. We've had 3 threes air ball long. .704 to go in the first half. 25-10 lead for Dell City. There's another turnover as pass too tall for Addison Long. At least a turnover. Make sure we thank our second quarter sponsor up in the top right-hand corner. Bail Bonds by Tamra. Have you missed the ball on paying a ticket? Call Bail Bonds by Tamra. Numbers on the graphic up there, 405-250-110, 15-plus years serving the community. Miscommunication here for the Eagles as Bonds' pass sails over Morgan. Looks like she thought Morgan was going to be more out on the three-point line, but instead it went right to the Guthrie bench. 6:40 to go in the first half, 25-10. Tegan Dunning brings it down the floor with the left hand. Morgan guarding her close. Tried to slip it to Vega, but a good job by Bonds poking it away. She's got it down the floor here, going right to the rim. Can't finish it, but she draws contact and a foul. And that'll be, believe it or not, our first look at the Tooney Buys Houses charity stripe tonight. Tooney Buys Houses, we buy homes in any condition. If you or someone you know needs to sell a home for any reason, please call today for a cash offer. 405-931-3888. 30-46. Toonie buys houses. First free throw, no good for Bonds. A win here, and you punch your ticket to next weekend, regardless of what happens on Saturday. Both free throws no good for Bonds. But obviously, you want to win your regional, because if you can win your regional, you're in the driver's seat to get to the state tournament. And we'll talk about that, obviously, a lot more at length in the regional final on Saturday. But as for this game, you can't really worry about that, because this is everything. This is win or go home here in these regional openers. Whistling a foul here on Del City. It's going to go on Hunt Smith. First team foul. They did give that on the shot. I wasn't sure if they would or not. Ariana Moore will get a couple of free throws here. Try and chip away at this deficit a little bit. First one will fall for the senior Ariana Moore, trying to prolong her career with an upset win here tonight. On the boys' side tomorrow, Del City also a host, obviously having a great season as well. They district champs on the boys' side, and they will have Guyman here tomorrow. Yours truly will have the call of that one. Second free throw was no good, but Lillian Reckland got the rebound and then drew contact and a foul, so she'll go right back to the Toonie Buys Houses charity stripe to shoot a couple more for Guthrie. First one offline for the senior Lillian Reckland. Split the trip. So it's a short little 4-0 run here for Guthrie. As they try to chip away a little bit, try to make this a little more manageable going into the half. Obviously a ton of game left here. 25-12. Moore gives it up to Hunt Smith. Two players who have played a lot of basketball here in this place. Moore will fire away from three, too strong. Rebound pulled in by Moore. And she'll bring it down the floor for the Blue Jays. So now Del City in a little bit of a dry spell. They have not scored yet in this second quarter. It's a long two. Rims out for Addison Long. Rebound scooped up by Addison Uzzy into the game for Del City, number 0. Morgan for three in the corner. Off the side of the rim, no good. Rebound pulled in by Dunning. Tegan Dunning gets around Uzzy. A little up and under. That'll go. Nice finish there by Tegan Dunning. And oh, look now, Guthrie starting to work their way back in this a little bit. 6-0 run, 25-14. 5:10 to play until halftime. Morgan on the elbow. Kick out Hunt Smith. She'll slow it down and try to set something up for the Eagles offense. Uzzy out to Moore at the top of the key. Morgan on Smith. They'll see where they want to try and attack. Like we said, a bit of an offensive dry spell right now. Good place to go right here. Hunt Smith for three. Clackums. When you need a bucket, not a bad place to turn is Sasha Hunt Smith, because she can shoot it from just about anywhere, and she shoots it pretty darn well. Knocks that one down, and the lead back out to 14, 28-14 after the second triple of the night. Bobby Lewis three ball for Sasha Hunt Smith. And we got whistles here. I don't know if Guthrie called a timeout. I don't know if they called a foul and then the timeout, or if the whistles was just for the timeout. In any event, we have a stoppage with 4:22 to play until halftime. I think this is a full timeout. Yeah, it looks like it is. All right, we'll go ahead and take it with them. 28-14, Del City leads it over Guthrie. 5A Girls West regional action on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Back at John Smith Fieldhouse, Josh Calloway on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Appreciate everyone being tuned in. 5A Girls West Regional action. Most wonderful time of the year. The postseason has arrived. The whole season, everything you work for builds to this. Everything you did before now kind of doesn't matter anymore. Got to find a way to win the game in front of you. And right now, Del City off to a good start. They lead at 28-14 here at home against Guthrie. Trying to advance to Saturday afternoon's regional final. So the Blue Jays have the basketball out of the timeout, so obviously not an offensive foul. Thought there might have been. It was kind of confusing the way it unfolded, but just a timeout, and they'll reset. Here's Ariana Moore with it. Going to her left. Oh, that was a tough shot. Almost got it to fall. Ball will trickle out of bounds and be last touched by Guthrie, so Del City will have it back. Jakaya McAllister back in. She replaces Kamaya Morgan. On the floor right now for the Eagles, you've got Moore, Bonds, Uzzy, Hunt Smith, and then Jakaya McAllister just subbed back in. She's got the basketball here as we hit the midway point of quarter number 2. McAllister, bounce pass out to Bonds. Spin move, kick it out Moore. Gives it up to Hunt Smith. Bounce pass on the elbow. Turnaround shot for Bonds. Won't roll home. Look at Uzzy, though. Rebound and putback doesn't go. Addison Uzzy, one of the few players that it's on the same level as Hunt Smith in terms of size. Just 5'4", same height. Got an offensive rebound there, but not able to put it back home. Ball knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Guthrie. 3:31 to play in the first half. Jumper here off the inbound to Lillian Recklin. Recklin's had a nice first half. She puts that one down. The lead goes back down to 12, 28-16. So after that big 19-0 run by Del City, Guthrie has settled back down into this game a little bit. Kind of hanging tough right now. Still just a 12-point game. Certainly still right in this are the Blue Jays. I think we had a kick ball here. Keeps it down here with the Eagles. Bonds gives it up to Moore. Right side, Hunt Smith. Pump fake and drive, mid-range jumper, that'll go. Sasha Hunt Smith, just so good. So much fun to watch. Knocks that one down. McAllister got a hand on it. Look at that. Hunt Smith, a great play to save it. Bounce pass to Uzzy, who lays it in. Woohoo! That was slick from the Eagles. Great play on the sideline to save that by Hunt Smith. And then the good ball movement leads to an easy layup for Uzzy. And now again, good defense, not leaving Chloe Sanders anywhere to go, and she takes some steps. Addison Long back in for the Lady Jays, replacing Sanders, who just had that travel a moment ago. 16-point lead for Del City. Led by as much as 17 in this first half. Hunt Smith handles the ball here, who's played really well so far. Can't get this one to fall. Rebound Bonds. Her stick back won't go. And the rebound ripped in by Recklin. But a bad pass here is turned over. Hunt Smith again. Look at the ball movement. Easy layup. More to Bonds. That's definitely what stuck out to me. Del City, I've seen Del City a few times this year. This is as well as I've seen them move the ball as any game and play defense in terms of forcing turnovers. There's another one. At least so a fast break layup will go again. Uzzy ahead to McAllister, and the lead's out to its biggest number so far at 20, 36-16. Final minute 50 of the first half. Moore in the corner to Tegan Dunning. She'll pull up mid-range jumper too strong. Rebound Bonds. Long pass ahead to Hunt Smith, who will run down and save it. And now just lost the handle. Couldn't tell if she hit it with her leg or just took her eye off it. Either way, a turnover. Long will sit down for Guthrie. Redmond comes back in. Minute 33. If you're the Blue Jays here, you're probably looking at, can we get just a couple buckets, couple stops? Get it back down to 15 or less going into the break. Feel like you at least have a puncher's chance. That's not going to help. Turnover here. Hunt Smith. Fast break ahead to McAllister. Layup. Yes. The transition offense for Del City has been really sharp. And another turnover here as Del City they're pressuring on defense, not making anything easy, and it's leading to a lot of turnovers. McAllister's layup doesn't go this time. Bonds thought she had the rebound but lost out of bounds. It'll go back to Guthrie. One minute on the first half clock. Moore gives it up right side as Guthrie crosses the timeline, and we got whistles here. It's going to be a foul called on McAllister. Hasn't been a ton of whistles in this first half. Been pretty clean. Neither team has really even sweated the bonus in these first two frames. That's just a third of this quarter on Del City. Guthrie just won in this second frame. That's a turnover as it was lost by Addison Long, scooped up by Moore. 40 seconds to work with for the Eagles, who lead by 22. Hunt Smith, she'll walk into it. Clackums. Oh, man. Just what she does. Give her a little bit of room, she'll knock it down. That's her third three ball this first half, and Del City's out to a big lead, 41-16 here at home. Final 20 seconds of the first half. Good find underneath to Vega, and she got raked across the arms. And it'll be a foul that should send her to the line. It looks like it will. Looked like that was in the act of shooting, certainly, for Alyssa Vega, the sophomore. Stick with us at halftime. We'll give you some scores from around the state tonight, of course, around the network. We have a lot of basketball on OSN this evening. Lots of playoff games. We got a lot of teams that we're excited about this year on the network, both boys and girls. All three mid-dells, both boys and girls. Newcastle having a great year. Loop in a couple of the Lawton schools. Got a lot to be excited about this year. Both freak those no good. 10 seconds here for Del City to work with. Final 5 seconds. Hunt Smith's going to fire from deep, isn't she? Nope, she's going to give it up. Oh, there we go. She got opportunity. This will count if it goes. Too strong. And that will end the first half. A very good first half for the home team as they have jumped out to a 41-16 break here at home on top of Guthrie. 25-8 in the first, and then 16-8 there in the second. All right, we'll step aside for a quick break. We'll be back in just a few minutes. We'll hit some of the other scores across the 5A bracket this evening, and we'll set the table for the second half. Don't go anywhere. You're watching 5A Girls West Regional action right here live on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success. And finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed, because your success is our success.
Back at John Smith Fieldhouse, Josh Calloway with you on the Oklahoma Sports Network. We were at the break right now. Del City leading Guthrie 41-16. A very good start for the home squad Eagles here at home, trying to begin what they hope will be a long postseason run that'll obviously result in a gold ball being raised at OG&E Coliseum here in a couple of weeks. I want to remind everyone to thank our title sponsor, which is the Oklahoma High School Girls Between the Lines podcast with Coach Vic and Tony Johnson. And also want to make sure to thank our banner sponsor, which is Whataburger on Douglas. Again, hit those new Whata deals. Big Ranch Wrap, Whata Chicken Bites, Bacon Cheese, Whataburger Jr. All those are Whata deals, so give them a try. Thank you to Whataburger on Douglas for helping us bring postseason basketball on OSN all of the next few weeks, next month really. A lot of action, and it's all brought to you by Whataburger, our banner sponsor this year on the Oklahoma Sports Network. I may get some Whataburger after this. Very, very possible. Sounds pretty good right now, I got to say. Just a one-game workload. I'm used to the two-game workload, just the one tonight. And so we're already halfway done. Feel like I'm just getting warmed up out here. I want to make sure we hit a few scores here while we're at the break. Got a few minutes before we get to the second half here in 6 minutes time, as you can see on the clock there. A lot of other 5A regional games in action right now on OSN. Newcastle absolutely all over Southeast. 52-5 the Racers. And the Newcastle girls, if you haven't had the pleasure, really, really good. Of course, Del City, anyone tuned in, those two teams matched up twice this year. I had to call both of those games, coincidentally, and they were both very entertaining. Newcastle girls, really, really good. They're off to a great start, 52-5. Same thing going on over at Titan Fieldhouse right now. The Carl Albert Titans, 41-0. That's right, nothing is the recorded score there on top of Santa Fe South. That game's also on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Elsewhere in 5A of scores that we have updates on, Will Rogers leading Durant right now, 27-13. On the east side, Collinsville leading Tulsa Memorial, 27-22. And then one more for you, Glenpool 44, Nathan Hale 8, the score in that one. So some lopsided scores, which tends to happen. Obviously, you get these 1-8s and these 2-7 matchups. That's usually how it kind of tends to go in these first-round regional matchups, and that's certainly the case right now, really all over the place. But Guthrie, give him credit, battling, hanging in there right now, 41-16 our score here at the break. A reminder that we'll be back at it tomorrow here at John Smith Fieldhouse. Yours truly back on the call for the boys' side of things, Del City and Guyman at 6 o'clock tomorrow. We'll have both ends of that regional tomorrow because Lawton MacArthur will be in the nightcap. Also, of course, a key member of the network. They'll be taking on Noble at 7:30 tomorrow, and we'll have that one as well. I believe the great Jordan Ragg, even though he's going to have Midwest City Altus at 6, he's going to try and make it over here to join me for that one tomorrow night. So we'll have the double dip tomorrow, and then regional finals, 3:30 Saturday, 7 o'clock on Saturday night on the boys' side. And Dion Amade will be joining me for those two regional finals on Saturday. So we've got the full slate here the next couple of days. Be sure to be with us every step of the way. There is a lot more action still to come, by the way, tonight on OSN. So we have all the games that are right now 6 o'clock tips. But we have some more still to come. Coming up at 7:30, Altus and Guyman will be going toe-to-toe. That game's also in Newcastle. We also have Lawton High taking on Bishop McGuinness coming up at 7:30 tonight as well. So some more girls games on the network tonight that you can watch on the Oklahoma Sports Network that are in progress as we speak. By the way, Midwest City girls, I mentioned their host. They actually don't play tonight. There's an open gap in the bracket because Class and SAS girls forfeited against Newcastle, which cost them the postseason. So they're not in the postseason. You can't forfeit a district game. So if you're a little confused as like why is Midwest City hosting but not playing like all the other hosts are, that's why. There's a gap in the bracket. And so Midwest City, they're already off to the regional final on Saturday. So the Lady Bombers will resume play 3:30 Saturday. And, of course, that game will be available on the Oklahoma Sports Network. All right, we're going to step aside again real quick for another break. We come back here in just a couple of minutes. We'll have the second half. Dell City 41, Guthrie 16. We're watching 5A Girls West Regional Basketball on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Celebrating 10 years. We are the Oklahoma Sports Network. Download our free apps on Apple and Android devices. Plus, find us on Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV. Search Oklahoma Sports Network and watch from anywhere.
All right, welcome back to John Smith Fieldhouse. Josh Calloway with you on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Blake Unruh working the camera for me tonight. Appreciate everyone being tuned in wherever you may be watching from. Get ready to start this second half of action. Del City leading at 41-16. Make sure we thank our third quarter sponsor as we get going on it, which is Patrick Newby Farmers Insurance, a local family-owned agency since 1978. See the QR code up in the top right-hand corner. Scan it. Or give them a call at 405-733-7671. Get yourself a free quote. Patrick Newby, Farmers Insurance. Make sure we also thank Triple Elite Screen Printing, which is our instant replay sponsor. You've seen their logo flash up a couple times tonight. Triple Elite Screen Printing. Find world-class designs and hot new styles at Triple Elite Screen Printing. So Del City leading at 41-16 as we go to the third quarter. El Reno and Duncan, the next game on this floor. That's set for a 7:30 tip. Like we mentioned earlier, all goes to plan. That'll be the one game of this regional that we don't have coverage of here on OSN. But El Reno, I know that we've talked to their broadcast members quite a few times over the years. Lots of El Reno Mid-Del matchups in the postseason. And they do a great job. I believe their broadcast is available on Squirtle. So if you want to watch that game, curious who Del City might see next, that's where it'll be. Right out of the gates here, good ball movement again, and a nice bucket for Jakaya McAllister. What's really struck me tonight is the way Del City has shared the ball and moved it. It's just, the ball just been zipping all over the floor, and, you know, that's one of those things that even as the games get tougher and they get tighter and the moment gets bigger, the spot gets bigger in these games, that's transferable. If you move the ball like that, you'll beat good defenses. And you're seeing that tonight with Del City. Moving the ball really well. 27-point leads, their biggest of the night right here at 43-16. Kamaya Morgan for three, too strong. Long rebound, though, comes out to McAllister. She gives it up. Hunt Smith. Underneath, Bonds working the paint. Turnaround shot won't quite go. Rebound, though, Tori Moore. She'll stick it back. That will fall. Nicely done there by Tori Moore. Del City's done some pretty nice work on the offensive glass in this game. You saw it there as an offensive rebound leads to a bucket. And the lead goes out to 45-16. Three ball for Moore. Doesn't go. Rebounded by Bonds. Moore underneath. McAllister on the elbow. Swings out. Kamaya Morgan. A little hesitation and drive. Layup will go. Kamaya Morgan, nice tough finish there. Her and Ja'Kai McAllister both have really been good at finishing at the rim in this game. 47-16. 6:23 to go in the third. Open look at three here for Guthrie's. Too strong from Emmeline Redmond. Fast break here for the Eagles. Who have been one of the top favorites in 5A really all season, right in the mix. Morgan will fire away on the right wing. Clackham's. Bobby Lewis, three ball for the Eagles. Believe that's the first one from someone other than Sasha Hunt-Smith, if my memory serves me correctly. And we've got a timeout here taken by the Lady Jade. Just a 30-second timeout. We'll stay here. Finish that thought. Del City, I mean, it's been a phenomenal season. Obviously 20-5 on the year, 11-3 in district play. Two of those losses coming to Newcastle, who, like we talked about a moment ago, definitely right at the top. Starting to loop in Carl Albert as well. But feels like we got a pretty good chance, and Jordan Ray and I have talked about this, though in Midwest City certainly as well. We've had some boys teams make runs and win state championships on the Oklahoma Sports Network the last handful of years, or at least reach the state championship game like last year, Lawton High reaching the title game. Of course, losing to Booker T. Washington on the boys' side. We've been a bit of a drought on the girls' side. We've had a lot of teams reach the state tournament, but it's been hard to break through. We got a good shot this year because we're going to have a lot of bites at the apple between these Eagles, Newcastle, Midwest City, certainly Kyle Ritchie and Carl Albert. We got a lot of teams that can make deep, deep runs on OSN this year. We'll be with them every step of the way. It's going to be a really fun next few weeks. We're pumped. We're excited to bring this to you on OSN. Going to be a really, really fun run, hopefully, to some state championships. Nice tough finish there out of the timeout for Emmeline Redmond. Gets the Blue Jays their first bucket of the second half. That shot won't go. Got a tie up here, and the arrow favors Guthrie. So Blue Jays will get the basketball back. Poked away here. Hunt Smith getting a tie-up now with Recklin. So the arrow will go right back the other way. McAllister walks it down for the Eagles. Lead at 50-18. Bonds in the corner. Bounce pass to Tori Moore. Up and under move. Can't finish it. Rebound by Addison Long. And so Guthrie, a couple of stops here in a row. So a lot of work to do, though, certainly. Down 32 here on the road at John Smith Fieldhouse. First of 3 days of regional action here on OSN from Del City, Oklahoma, America. Addison Long being hounded here, way out near by the timeline by Bonds. Able to get around her all the way to the rim, and a nice tough finish. Well done by Addison Long. That was nice. Quickly the other way, Kamaya Morgan with the left hand, and she finishes. That was a good job to kind of take her time and make sure she had her balance there. She kind of caught the ball awkwardly, but a good job finishing with the left. Now she forces a turnover. Leads to a fast break. Morgan to the rim, can't finish, but she's hit and fouled. And some Toonie by his house's free throws coming up for Kamaya Morgan. Foul was on Ariana Moore. That's her first, I believe. First team foul on Guthrie in this second half. Like we mentioned earlier, and I really should stop mentioning it because I'm going to jinx it. But this officiating crew has mostly been letting them play. It's been a pretty free-flowing basketball game. Not a lot of stoppages. Neither team has gotten in the bonus in either of the first two quarters. And that's our first foul period of this third frame. Morgan knocks down both free throws. Lead goes back out to 34, 54-20 as we approach the halfway point of the third. Raina Lewis trying to force a turnover. Ball pinballs around, goes out of bounds. It'll stay down here with Guthrie. Oh, bad pass here, just too tall. Looking for Vega, just sailed it. Ran down and saved by Mackenzie Smithers, number 15 for the Eagles. McAllister for three, Clackums. Oh boy, that was pure. Nothing but nylon on that Bobby Lewis three ball for Jakaya McAllister. Here's Dunning. Out to Vega. Swings underneath to Moore. Left-hand shot. Banked it home. Nicely done there by Ariana Moore. Getting around Morgan. It was a good finish with the left hand. Moore just trying to prolong her career a little bit as senior. Some seniors on this Guthrie team. Her and Recklin and Chloe Sanders, the trio. Everyone else will be back for this Blue Jays squad next year. Got a ball on the floor here and a tie-up. Actually, no, it's going to be a timeout taken here by Guthrie to preserve the possession. We'll take it, too. 3:03 to go in the third. 57-22 Del City on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success. And finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed. Because your success is our success.
Back here at John Smith Fieldhouse, Josh Calloway on the Oklahoma Sports Network. We appreciate everyone being tuned in. The first night of the 5A postseason. It's a great feeling. Kind of all builds to this final weekend of February. Sunday, March 1st. So we'll shift into one of the truly great months of the year in March. Certainly at the high school level, you get into the state tournaments, certainly the college level, NCAA tournament. Just if you're a hoops fan, it's hard to beat the month that we have ahead of us. And we kind of get started in a lot of ways here tonight with the high school postseason. We're pumped to be here. As this ball out of bounds, we'll go back over to the Eagles. Another turnover forced. Del City defense been really good tonight. There's been a lot of good things, obviously. You're up 35 in a playoff game, but defensively, it's been as strong as any area. They've really made everything hard on Guthrie tonight just to get the ball up the floor. Been really good stuff on that end. Raina Lewis underneath. Turnaround shot. Can't quite get it to roll home. Rebound McAllister. Kick around to Hunt Smith for three. That won't go. She's already hit three of those tonight, but that one not able to drop. And Guthrie has it back. Moore firing away from three. Too strong. Might have been a little bit wide right as well. Rebound Hunt Smith. Raina Lewis will fire away from deep. Too strong. Rebound, Mackenzie Smithers. Her putback with too much on it. Another offensive rebound, though. Great job tipping that out. Lisa a three for Morgan. Clackums. Kamaya Morgan with the Bobby Lewis three ball. And Del City has, on top of everything else they've done well tonight, they've shot it really well from outside. I don't have a statistician handy, but that's at least 6 or 7 triples. And here's another turnover. Leads to a fast break, and McAllister lays it home again. It's a 40-point lead here at home, 62-22. Final 90 seconds of the third. Vega hands off Ariana Moore for three. Offline. Hunt Smith going to run. Pass ahead and sails that by Kamaya Morgan. And I was just starting to think, you wonder when Coach White might start to empty the bench a little bit here. Probably going into the fourth quarter, you'll see it, as we have another substitution in, replacing McAllister. Obviously not a back-to-back like you have on the boys' side. Girls will have the day off tomorrow before their regional final on Saturday afternoon. That'll be against either El Reno or Duncan right back here on this floor. Oh, that was nice. Mariana Moore. Del City was wanting the push off. Anytime you make the defender fall down, it's going to look nice. Nicely done there by Ariana Moore. Final 40 seconds. Looks like Del City might try to hold for the final shot. Certainly in no rush. This is going away, by the way. We've talked about it throughout the season. If you're not familiar, shot clock is coming, folks. Starting next year, 3A and above, you are required to have a shot clock. And obviously you can see there's one in position here at John Smith Fieldhouse. It's just not being used yet. Starting next year, this what we just saw, 40-second possession, that's going to go by the wayside. Kind of crazy. We're looking forward to seeing how teams adapt to that next year. The institution of the shot clock in 3A and above, and certainly obviously for us here in the 5A level. Final 5 seconds. Kamaya Morgan down the baseline. Raina Lewis, they just ran out of time. Lost track of the clock. I don't think that would have counted anyway. Doesn't matter. Came up short. That'll end the third. After 3, Del City in command. They lead at 62-24. One more to play here at John Smith Fieldhouse. Stick with us on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success. And finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed. Because your success is our success.
Back to John Smith Fieldhouse. Josh Calloway with you on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Appreciate everyone being tuned in. We head to the fourth. A hefty lead for the home team as they lead at 62-24. Make sure we thank our fourth quarter sponsors. We head to the final frame, which is Titan Storage. Titan Secure Storage, proud to be the fourth quarter sponsor. Veteran and operator-owned business in East OKC. Their honor and responsibility to serve the community with care and lots of discount options. Titan Secure Storage. Your treasures aren't just secure, they're Titan Secure. Visit TitanStorageOK.com or call at 405-987-8673 for more information. And again, make sure we pub as well, our title and banner sponsor, our title sponsor. They've been up in the top left-hand corner all night. The Oklahoma High School Girls Between the Lines podcast. They'll be with us throughout this postseason run. And also Whataburger on Douglas as well. Shout out to Whataburger. Who doesn't love Whataburger? Our banner sponsor for this postseason, helping us bring you these postseason games. These postseason games are not free, and so sponsors become vital to make it tenable to broadcast these games. And so be sure to reward these businesses who help us bring you these games with your business. Whataburger on Douglas, in particular, helping us bring you these games. Whataburger's been a huge Mid-Dell sponsor for a long time. And we're going to talk more about Whataburger later with our player of the game. I think I know where I want to go for it, but we've got another quarter to go. Raina Lewis for three. Does not go for the Eagles. Del City tonight, 25-8 after one, 41-16 at the break, and then 62-24 here heading to the final quarter. Been a pretty thorough display by the home team. Hunt Smith for three, too strong. Another offensive rebound, though. Something Del City has made a habit of tonight, getting offensive rebounds, second, third chance opportunities. Pass deflected out of bounds by Moore. It'll stay down here with the Eagles. Smithers on the baseline. Out to Uzzy. Del City working some clock here. This game off to a good start for Guthrie, if you remember, if you're with us at the beginning. It was 8-6 Blue Jays to start. Had a couple early threes. Lillian Recklin hit a jumper to put them up two. Here's a three ball again for Mackenzie Smithers. Del City has really shot it well tonight from beyond the arc, and they do so again there as Smithers knocks down the Bobby Lewis three ball. But they've shot it really well tonight. And Guthrie, that good early start. Del City maybe a little bit of nerves early because the reality of it is, this was an elimination game, even though you're obviously a big favorite, as all the hosts are in these first games. That's why a lot of them, you see the scores, a lot of them aren't overly competitive, but it's going to be a little bit of nerves early. Like if we play poorly and they play really well, we could be done in 32 minutes. Everything we worked for is out the window, but after a good early start from Guthrie, Del City settled into this game and did what they were expected to do. Foul on Uzzy, second team foul, just on the floor. So Guthrie retains the possession. Driving here, trying to bank it home, did Long. We then get a tie-up with Lewis and Recklin, and the arrow will give it to Del City. We'll shout out these Guthrie seniors, Recklin, Sanders, and Moore, whose career will be coming to an end here in the next 5:40. Put out a good effort as always. Three ball doesn't go. First time I've seen Guthrie personally this year, but a program that we usually wind up seeing a couple times a season or so. Here on OSN, always really well coached, play hard. Good hustle there to save that, but didn't have anyone to save it to. As it goes back over to Guthrie. This is Sanders handling the basketball here. The Lady Jays going to close their season, it would seem, barring quite the comeback here, obviously, at 7-16. It's a foul on Guthrie here on offensive on Long. The Del City victory will be their 21st of the season. More substitutions here as McAllister's going to come back in. And we will see, for the first time tonight, Iana Applewhite, 6'2 junior, number 30 in for the Eagles, joining Smithers, Lewis, and Uzzy. Turnover. Lady Jays have it back. Here's Ariana Moore, one of those three seniors. Chloe Sanders gives it up to Tegan Dunning. Just a freshman for Guthrie. First time, obviously, again, that I've seen her play this year, but exciting freshman. Young player, a lot of career in front of her. Going to be a good one, you can tell. Already is, but a lot more growth to come there, obviously, with her game. Just a freshman. Turnover, and Del City has it back. Defensive end has been where Del City's really, we talk about the shooting, but that's really the end. I mean, Guthrie's got 24 points on the board here near the midway point. That's after 8 pretty early points as well. Del City's just made it really, really tough defensively on Guthrie tonight. That's really where they won this game. They looping the turnovers, leading to fast break. Been a really good night on that end for Coach White. Midway point of the fourth, as Applewhite gets the board. Ball knocked out of bounds will stay with the Eagles. And they'll move on to the regional final Saturday, 3:30, live here on the Oklahoma Sports Network, right back in this same gym against either El Reno or Duncan. We'll have that game, Dion Amade and I will, on Saturday afternoon, as that shot doesn't go for Uzzy. That game won't, unlike this game, that game is not an elimination game. If you win these regional openers, you automatically punch your ticket to next weekend. But the regional finals are obviously huge, because if you win the regional final, you get 2 cracks to punch your ticket to the state tournament next week. Whereas the opposite is true if you lose. You have to go win twice next week to get to the state tournament. So obviously that's a very, very different proposition. Win or lose off of Saturday's game in the area tournament next week. And the area tournament, as most realize, I'm sure, tuned in, but those are neutral sites. Those sites will all be announced typically on Sunday as Uzzy drives down and puts that one down. But we will be there. Wherever those games are played next week, we'll have it on OSN. I'll say all the schedule and broadcast information will be communicated, but just stay tuned in to the Oklahoma Sports Network on Facebook, X, formerly known as Twitter, certainly the website, oksportsnet.com, and we'll have all that pertinent info for you. Rebound, stick back is good for Applewhite. That was well done. So those regional final games on Saturday, always a lot of fun because while they're not elimination, they're huge. They are huge. And the teams that go to the state tournament, obviously a lot of them are regional champs. So a lot on the line on Saturday, and that's where Del City will be in what will be the final home game of the careers of these seniors. Talk about Sasha Hunt-Smith, Raina Lewis, Mackenzie Smithers, and Tori Moy, seniors who have played so much high-level basketball in this place the last 4 years. It'll be their final game on this floor on Saturday afternoon. And I really look forward to it, whether it's El Reno or Duncan. 3:30 tip, and we'll have it on OSN. Well, before that, we'll have the boys tomorrow. Del City Guyman at 6 o'clock. Lawton Mack and Noble at 7:30 as Uzzy goes up and under and lays it in. (71-24). All Eagles tonight. Guthrie has still yet to score in this fourth quarter. Defensive intensity has just not dropped at all despite the scoreboard for Del City. 3-ball does not go here for Redmond. Knocked out of bounds. Will stay down here with the Lady Jays. Going to get Recklin back in the game, so a senior able to sub back in for Guthrie. Deflected by Applewhite. So a fast break here for Del City. They force a lot of turnovers tonight. Raina Lewis from the right wing, offline. Had to bounce back over to Guthrie with a $1:12 to go. Clock getting a little sticky there. Obviously just academic at this point. Final minute. Stick with this postgame, by the way. We're going to put the final bow on it. We're going to give out our Whataburger Player of the Game Award, which could go to quite a few Eagles, truthfully, but I think I know where I want to take it. I'm a one-man show tonight, so it is. I am everything. I am the full jury. I'm a one-man jury. As there's some Fritos coming, and we'll go ahead and give it out now. The Whataburger on 15th Player of the Game. Celebrate your game day wins this holiday with the sweet blackberry flavor of the new Frosted Berry Whata Fresher from Whataburger. You earned it. 5925 Southeast 15th Street in Midwest City. Sasha Hunt-Smith, I thought she was really, really good tonight. A huge part of this win. Just, early on, especially when the offense was maybe a little tougher going, she played really, really well. So Sasha Hunt-Smith, our Whataburger Player of the Game. As Del City knocking down a triple there to make it 74-26. Shout out Sasha Hunt-Smith. She's definitely one of those players that senior, her career kind of finishing, I'm going to miss watching. It's just like she's been on this Eagles team just forever and has played so well for so long. And she'll get one more shot at this floor on Saturday afternoon at 3:30. And I get the pleasure to call it. Can't wait. Coming up on Saturday. Final 20 seconds. Looks like Del City might dribble it out. Maybe they'll take one more shot. We'll see. It looks like they will indeed dribble it out. Final 10 seconds going to tick off. Del City 21-5. They're on to the regional final on Saturday. Guthrie season will come to a close at 7-16. So that'll do it. 74-26, the final score. Sasha Hunt-Smith, our player of the game, presented by Whataburger. One more time, our title sponsor, the Oklahoma High School Girls Between the Line podcast. Appreciate them and their support. And the Whataburger on Douglas, our banner sponsor this year for Middale postseason basketball on OSN. I want to thank Blake Unruh for working the camera this evening. I'm Josh Calloway signing off from John Smith Fieldhouse. We'll be back tomorrow night, 6 o'clock, 5:55 on the air for Del City Guyman on the boys' side. We'll have Lawton, Mack, and Noble then to follow. And then we'll be back Saturday for the regional finals with Del City at 3:30 taking on either El Reno or Duncan. Boys regional final to follow at 7. That's it for us tonight. Del City big winners 74-26. They move one win closer to the state tournament, 2 wins away from getting to the OG&E Coliseum. For Blake Unruh, I'm Josh Calloway signing off from John Smith Fieldhouse. Everyone have a good night. We'll see you back here same time tomorrow for boys regional action on the Oklahoma Sports Network.